I hate college. I absolutely hate college. At times I really struggle. I'm a broadcasting major. And it makes me ask the question, as a broadcasting major, why do I have to take classes like guitar and entomology? Entomology is the study of bugs. Next semester, I literally have to take entomology. Why? Why? How does that help me in my career? How does that matter? Someday, if I'm broadcasting talking about the Super Bowl, the study of bugs is never going to come up. It doesn't matter. It drives me nuts. Why matters to me? Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I forced to take these classes? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why matters to me? Why also matters to Josh Rosen. This is how I identify with Josh Rosen. I've been hard on Josh Rosen. I haven't really always been the hottest on Josh Rosen, but I had kind of an epiphany tonight, or a couple nights ago. I'm driving home. I drove 6 hours to Portland from where I live, and I'm sitting there. It's middle of the night. I'm driving. My brain's going like crazy. And I was like, man, I kind of get why Josh Rosen feels this way. Because there's this ridiculous narrative out there that Josh Rosen is too smart, which is the most absurd thing I've ever heard, as if you don't want a quarterback to be smart. Josh Rosen is not too smart. It drives me nuts. But I want to point out, why is a culturally unacceptable question in America? You're not supposed to ask why. You're supposed to do your job, no questions asked. It's not culturally acceptable for me to ask, hey, why in the world do I have to take guitar class? Why am I in guitar or entomology? And it's also culturally unacceptable for Josh Rosen to ask, why are we running this play? Why is not a question people like asked. It drives people nuts. But why is a very important question. It helps people with what they're doing. Some people need to know why. I need to know why. Josh Rosen needs to know why. Josh Rosen's personality is not a bad thing. The closer I look at him, the more I think about him. Josh Rosen's personality is not a bad thing. We act like it is. It's not. So when I played football in college, we would have certain plays where the running back did nothing. And it drove me nuts. I would say, why? What's his job? And the coach couldn't answer, what is the running back doing on this play? He couldn't answer. It infuriated me. I would say, what in the world is the running back doing? What is his job? And my coach could not answer the question. I just wanted to understand, as the quarterback, if you can understand why a coach is calling a play, it helps you run the play better. It helps you get inside the coach's head. If you know the coach is calling a play to try to get the ball to a certain guy and to attack a certain part of the defense, it helps you run the play better. So there's this whole narrative. Josh Rosen, he's a millennial. He's too smart. Yada, yada, yada. All kinds of crap. He's too smart. He asks why. He's not supposed to ask why. Josh Rosen just wants to be challenged. I wrote an assignment. I wrote a paper the other day, a 3-page paper. I wrote the paper in 38 minutes. If I can write a paper, get an A, and write it in 38 minutes, that's not making anybody better. That's pointless. That's a waste of time. Josh Rosen wants to be challenged. It has been very clear to me, Josh Rosen does not need football. Josh Rosen comes from a very wealthy family. He went to a private school. He lived in Manhattan Beach. Both of his parents went to Ivy League schools. Some people, even people I know, needed football to get out. They needed football to get away from where they lived, to give themselves a better life. Josh Rosen chose football. Josh Rosen did not need football to give himself a better life. Josh Rosen plays football because he loves football. That's a big key. Josh Rosen chose football. He doesn't need football. Josh Rosen chose to play football. And when Josh Rosen asks, why are we running this play? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? It comes from a place of passion. Josh Rosen simply loves football. I don't understand why we've turned Josh Rosen's personality into a bad thing. As if him asking, hey, why are we running this play? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing that? It's not a bad thing. You know, we saw Baker Mayfield do a shirtless picture for a magazine the other day. If I'm Baker Mayfield, I would have said, hey, why are we doing this? Why are we taking a shirtless picture right before the draft? Does that maybe seem like a bad idea? I don't know. But I asking why is not necessarily a bad thing. I look at Josh Rosen. I see a kid who's obsessive like Peyton Manning. He asks why because he wants to know. I remember watching Josh Rosen at the Elite 11. And the Elite 11 is where the top quarterbacks in all the nation get together. They work with Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer, former Super Bowl winning quarterback. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl with the Ravens. I will never forget Josh Rosen talking back to Trent Dilfer. This scared me forever. It really worried me. Trent Dilfer, the head coach of Elite 11, he says he believes in Josh Rosen. He's not even bothered by that. They've put it on, it's water under the bridge. They're not worried about it. If Trent Dilfer is not worried about Josh Rosen, why should I be? My whole reason for being worried about Josh Rosen was tied into that incident with Trent Dilfer, and if he's not worried, I shouldn't be worried. Here's what drives me nuts. I understand there are some concerns with Josh Rosen when it comes to injuries. Maybe he'll get hurt. He's had concussions, yada, yada. But do not tell me Josh Rosen's too smart. That is stupid. It drives me nuts. I don't get it. I don't like it. It really, really don't. Don't tell me he's too smart. Don't tell me he's bad because he's asking why. Why and too smart. Those are absurd criticisms. Don't tell me you don't want your quarterback to be too smart. Don't tell me you don't want your quarterback asking why. That is how you learn. That's how you get better. Why is a very important question. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about this show. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Tell your friends, help me grow Strong Opinion Sports. And remember, you can subscribe on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. Tell your friends, subscribe to the show. Thank you so much. Have a great day.